Alright, so here's pretty much an update video from my previous, work in progress video. I'm not really done with the kit. I'm still, putting things together. I'm missing a good majority of stuff. But yeah, this is just everything so far. I felt like making a video on it, so yeah. Alright, so here's some of the 782 gear, or so I believe it's called, 782 gear. Might just have a cartridge belt. This is an original. I only spent around like 20 bucks on it, and I'm really happy because like the original color is all still there, and the only negative is that it has a rip right here, a stain, and these buttons are all kind of like worn out, but overall it's still pretty cool, and it passes off as like field used or whatever. Original M41 suspenders. They're the original, or they still have the like the original color to them, the mustard khaki color, but the only negative to them is that they have rust stains. Here's a few of them, but other than that, I'm pretty happy. I didn't really spend too much on these, but that's the only thing that sucks about them. These are both at the front canteens. I aged them a little bit so they don't really look too out of place, but overall they're really great canteens, and I highly suggest buying them. This is just a World War I canteen. It was really dinged up. Only spent 5 bucks on it, but it looks pretty good just as like I guess a prop, I suppose. There's just like a later war canteen in this P2 cover. I believe they're called P2s. But yeah, and then there's a cup in there as well. It bulging out like this is completely historically accurate. I've actually seen originals kind of doing that. I was a little worried about that originally, but it has like a little gap, which also I was kind of worried about, but that's the originals did that as well. Sorry about the noise. Some dude's mowing his lawn with like a fucking plane. But Jungle First Aid, near mint condition. Really happy I got it. I got it for a pretty good deal. And then this is the reproduction, I believe, in 1910 First Aid, but it could be like a 1912 or something like that. But yeah, that's the 782 gear. M1 Garand bandoliers. I've already showed the one on the left, but the one on the right is just an unmarked one. Nothing too special. JP Morgan leggings. There's that, size 5. I got these leggings as a set. I don't know if you guys, I made a previous video kind of just like me unboxing all these specific props and stuff, but pretty much I got a full outfit as a set for almost dirt cheap. But it came with the leggings, a service shirt, pants, and like boondockers, and like an undershirt or something like that. But yeah, I was really happy about that. This is just an M43 shovel. It might be a little farby using this, but I have seen colored footage of guys running around with these on their packs. I've even seen them with like, the OD green covers. I will be just probably using the OD green cover for Korea, but I'm most likely just gonna be buying a new cover, and whenever I per se want to use it or whatever, I'll just put that cover on and put it on the pack, so it doesn't really look too super inaccurate. But yeah, whoa, there's that. M1 carbine pouches. Really happy about these. These are USMC stamped and 45 dated. Pretty much mirror mint with the original M1 carbine magazines, and they're still with, I guess, whoa, sorry about the camera shake, with the original wrapping. But here's a 16-inch bayonet. I didn't really spend too much money on this. I actually got a really good deal for it. The only negative to it is that the grip is kind of fucked up, but there are replacement kits out there for them, so I will be restoring this and be buying a scavenge for it. But yeah, also there were 16-inch bayonets late war. Marines kind of like, for what I've heard, is that these were around all the way from the duration of the war. Marines kind of liked having the longer bayonets because the Japanese would do banzai charges, and just the Japanese bayonets had huge amount of length, and the Marines kind of wanted to keep their distance from them whenever something like that would happen. But yeah, there's that. Just a spare canteen. I might be swapping that canteen out with the World War I one, but yeah, there's that. USMC wool blanket. This one's dated 51, as you can see, but this tag is super worn out, and I don't really want to mess with it, but you gotta pretty much take my word for it. It's dated 51. It's USMC. It doesn't have the USMC stamping. However, I have bought one that is a USMC stamping, but I will be showing that one in my future Korean War work in progress video. But there's that. My lighter. Here's that. I've already showed this off in a recent video. There is a little bit of more. I have modified it since the previous video. I've rounded these edges and removed that top piece on the lighter. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. But yeah, there's that. M41, I guess 782 pack. It has the pickaxe on it, which I believe is Marine. It doesn't have a US on it, so I assume it's Marine pickaxe. But anyways, it has the poncho kind of tucked underneath it. That's a real common thing Marines did. Marines either did that or they actually put it with their shelter half. But yeah, there's that. I've already kind of showed that off in a different video. Here's my helmet. I've made like 1,000 videos on it, but nothing's really changed. I have bought a new cover. This cover is from At the Front. It's part of their new line, and overall it's probably one of the best covers out there compared to SM Wholesale's, which is really good as well. But the colors, they completely got the colors right, and you know, just the spacing and how the they all kind of outline each other, if that makes sense. Overall, I'm really happy. This one's just gonna be kind of like a beater upper, you know. It's gonna be the really worn out cover, and then this one's gonna be like the frog skin out cover, or that one's gonna be the beach side out, and then that one's gonna be the frog side, because I really like frog sky. I really like the frog skin side, low key. So this might be used for Korea or just whenever I want to use the frog skin. But yeah, there's that. I believe they're called P41. Gosh, I can't think of the name. Dungarees. There we go. Yeah, this was apparently in the Pacific. I'm not entirely sure if that's true, but I still bought it anyways. It's from SM Wholesale along with these pants. But yeah, I got a pretty good deal. This pants came with, you know, the leggings and all of that. They belong to JP Morgan. They all have his name on it, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, there's that. This is my P44 cap. It's not really a P44 cap, but it looks almost identical to one. This one's actually a Vietnam War dated cap. I really don't know if there's a difference. Please let me know. But just by like eyeballing it, it looks like almost exactly the same as an original. But sadly, the EGA is kind of faded out. But you know, there's that. I guess here's my other set. This is pretty much my Windtalkers. What's it called? I can't think. Letters from Iwo Jima and Flags of Our Fathers uniform. It was in all three films. I'm pretty sure it was used in Windtalkers the most. But there's an original trouser belt on it right here, you know. And then I cannot pronounce the name for anything of this knife, but I'll go ahead and show off the stamp. I personally talked to a veteran that was in the Korean War, and he told me that they used this specific knife, or actually he did use this in Korea, as well as he had a lot of friends that were in the Marines during World War II, and he was kind of like a little bit too young to enlist back then. But he knew a lot of guys that actually had these knives in Okinawa and in Iwo Jima. So I purchased this knife. It was a little bit pricey, but I'm really happy with it. I also kind of cleaned it up and stuff, so it looks a little nicer. But yeah, there's that. What else? Just some undershirts. Oops, hopefully I can get over there. This one belonged to JP Morgan. This is just a prop undershirt. I really kind of weathered it and stuff. Looks super gross, but I really wanted to like have a shirt to match the you know, these dungarees. But yeah, there's that. I pretty much just used coffee for that. This is just a green forest green, I guess, t-shirt. You know, you see guys wearing these the late stages of World War II, and even mostly in Korea. But I don't know if this is the correct green. please let me know. I have seen like a reproduction out there and it's pretty much this green, but I have seen originals that seem to be a little bit more like darker. But yeah, there's that. There's my Boondockers. Pretty much one's just, this is more of a later war one, earlier war one. For what I've heard that they started staining them in March 1944 on the 15th, I believe. I read this document and there's just a whole bunch of like really advanced collectors talking about it. But then again, I don't know if that's 100% correct, or you know, if that's true, and so on and so forth. But yeah, there's that. Actually, just I guess as a side note, the SM wholesale boots back then were actually, I assume, a little bit better. Like they actually got a few more things right, like with the laces and stuff. They look almost identical to the originals, but that was just kind of random, I suppose. But there's a service shirt. This belonged to JB Morgan. Super weathered out, but overall pretty cool. Okinawa was, I believe, cold, almost just like Iwo Jima. You can see guys wearing these M41 jackets, which, I mean, I'll get to that in a second, but you also see these guys wearing these underneath their you know, their 41s. But yeah, there's that. And then, you know, the M41 jacket. This is from At the Front. It's actually a pretty great reproduction, and it's a pretty great jacket in general. I think this is the more expensive one. There's a summer variant, and then there's this variant. I was honestly thinking about buying the summer variant just to mark up with like invasion markings. And I guess that's another thing. This isn't really specifically based on any unit. I might do the 1st Marines, but if I do the 1st Marines, then I'll have to put invasion markings on everything. And then I also, on a side note, if I do the 1st Marines, I might actually buy like a bunch of more like reproduction stuff and put like green paint on them, because that's what the 1st Marines did. And you know, I've actually seen like footage of guys in Okinawa doing that. But yeah, this is pretty much, I don't think I've missed anything. Yeah, this is pretty much all my Marine Corps gear so far. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. See ya.